If you've ever felt overwhelmed or overloaded trying to be a mum, a fur baby mum, cats and dogs, a partner, running a business, or even if you're still working and a business is one of your dreams, feeling overwhelmed and overloaded is a very quick ticket to your self doubt overcoming you and getting you into even more of a state around your productivity, because don't forget, self doubt and your productivity are so closely linked that one absolutely impacts the other. The more that you procrastinate, the more you doubt yourself, and you get into the very vicious cycle of the procrastination loop. This episode is for you if you are feeling right now overwhelmed, overloaded, and you want to change that, because no one can be productive when their nervous system is feeling like that, when you are feeling so overwhelmed that you have no idea where to start. And I bet these are the signs that you're feeling overwhelmed and overloaded. You know, you have so much to do. And even though you have a to-do list, it feels impossible to get started. You're not quite sure where to start, which leads you to multitasking all over the place. And then you get to the end of the day and you think, I have not stopped, but I don't feel I have achieved anything. Oh, I got it right. So this is your podcast. This is, in the next 15 minutes, the podcast that is going to help you create 4 really game-changing habits to allow you to turn down that overwhelming feeling and get really productive, and at the same time really start to turn up the volume on that self-belief. So settle down, go grab a pen and paper right now, because this is going to change your life, this episode. I know that sounds really dramatic, but it is. I want you to know that at the end of these 15 minutes, the confidence you're going to feel, the clarity you're going to feel in order to move forward with your day in a productive way is going to be amazing. You're going to sit down at the end of today after this episode and think, oh my God, I feel like I've got control back. I feel like I am in control of my destiny. All right. Do you know what? The never ending story songs just leapt into my head then. Never ending story. I don't know. Like some Destiny thing. Anywho, let's get cracking. Before I share my 4 game changing habits to stop you feeling overwhelmed and overloaded, can you go and subscribe and follow if you haven't already? If you're watching on YouTube, give that little tap on the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the podcast episodes, as well as wherever you're listening, Spotify, Apple, or wherever your favorite place is. It means so much when we get a subscribe and follow, and we do a little dance every single time those numbers go up. So thank you very much. Okay, these are my 4 game changing habits that are going to help you feel less overwhelmed and less overloaded. Number 1, I want you to work on your warrior energy. Warrior energy toolkit, basically it's like my signature thing, the warrior energy toolkit. If you want, I'm going to put in the links, a link to a masterclass which supports you to transform from a warrior into a warrior. And I dive into the warrior energy toolkit in so much detail there and help you create it. The warrior energy toolkit helps you to create more warrior energy every single day to allow you more capacity moving forward with as much as you need to do. So what I mean by this is the science of it is that we have a certain allowance and capacity for the amount of overload or the things that we need to get done. We have a certain capacity for that. And if you have got a busy life like me, where I'm mum, juggling lots of hats and running a business as well as a team, I need to make sure that I have the capacity to cope with all of those things. And when in the morning, when I work on my warrior energy, I maximize and increase the capacity of the vessel of overload that I have. So I want you to imagine just like a cup. And in the morning, say you have a bit of a stressful morning, a challenging morning when things don't go to plan. Maybe you get up a bit late, aren't able to get stuff done that you wanted to, and you're pouring it into a small cup. that cup is going to overflow. And when you overflow, your nervous system feels really dysregulated. So, what the Warrior Energy Toolkit does is it makes that cup bigger so that you can have more stress or more things going on without you feeling overloaded and overflowing and dysregulating your nervous system. It allows you more control to deal with your day first. So, number one, work on your warrior energy. Go and do the masterclass, transforming from a warrior to a warrior, to create your warrior energy toolkit. And that's the most game changing habit of this whole podcast. Once you get warrior energy every single day, you will have the resilience, the drive, the confidence to show up for you and your business every single day. Game changing. So that's number one. Number two, I want you to stop multitasking. If you ever find yourself clicking on the kettle, going to do something else, then you're looking at your phone, then you're writing something down, stop. Multitasking is a very quick ticket to feeling overwhelmed because you have lots of tabs open. Having lots of tabs open means that your brain is trying to finish lots and lots of different things. And as humans, we want to close the loop. We want to finish a job before we move on. That gives us confidence. That gives us dopamine. That increases our self-trust as well as our self-belief. So you start one job, you open that tab up. So I want you to think about this, as on a laptop, you open that tab up, finish the tab, then move on to the next one. You will find your energy is going to soar from doing that, because every single time I ever multitask, and I do sometimes slip, especially if I put the kettle on, I think I could quickly go and do something else. I am more likely to make mistakes. I'm more likely to rush and not do something properly. I'm more likely to be distracted and not present if something else is going on, which means that my confidence dips. I directly feed my self doubt every single time I multitask. So I want you to bring it back and just become really aware of when you are multitasking, to stop, breathe, close the loop, close the tab on that task before moving on to the next one. And that's really, really important when it comes to your to-do list when you are running a business. So that's number two. Number three, I want you to get the Kickstart formula into your daily habits because it is game changing. I use it every single day, and everyone, I'm not like pissing about. I use the Kickstart formula every single day. You can go and get your copy of the Kickstart formula so that you can have it in audio format, video format, and a downloadable printable resource so that you can apply it to your every single day. I've made it so easy for you to implement this. The audio is like 3 minutes long, and the printout, you can just stick it on your wall, and every single time you'll be like, right, my day starts when I sit down and apply the Kickstart formula. So it is super simple. It's 3 steps. Number one, brain dump. Number two, highlight the priorities that have to be done that day. Number three, put those tasks in order. I go into a lot more detail in the little audio, but again, it's 3 minutes. The Kickstart formula is going to get you productive as fuck, also increasing your self-trust, also increasing your self-belief, and then decreasing your procrastination and the volume on your self-doubt. Honestly, game changer. So Kickstart formula is number three. And number two, what? Number four. I did my orders and I put Warrior Energy Toolkit first. And it's not. The Kickstart formula should have been full. Right, I'm just going to go back up. Number two. So once you've got your Kickstart formula done and you've got your Kickstart list, I want you to start blocking your time out. This is incredibly significant. And again, it leans into the multitasking, because when you are in the zone and you're in that flow work, that flow state where you're able to do that work, you will get more done in less time, because every single time you shift gears into another role within your business or to do another task and you haven't finished one, again, closing that loop, shutting that tab down, your energy decreases, because every single time, I want you to imagine like you're going to be a marketeer in your business and you're going to do the social media stuff. So you put the hat on for that. Now, at some point, you're going to go, this is really boring. I want you to focus on how you feel when it is done. There is nothing better than seeing a truckload of content scheduled ahead of time. Honestly, game changer, dopamine overload, right? So, and remember that the dopamine is really significant when we do hard things. We get so much dopamine from the little things, like from social media. We don't have to do the hard things, right, to get dopamine. But the dopamine is a better quality. It's better for you. The dopamine is so much richer when you do hard things to get the dopamine. So if you're sitting there thinking, this feels really uncomfortable, I don't want to schedule my content, what's the point? Blah 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 blah. That means it's really, really hard. Get it done. Get it done. Fix up, look sharp, be that CEO that you want to be, and get that content scheduled, because your dopamine is going to go through the roof. You are going to feel so amazing. Your self-belief is going to soar. You're going to be like, God, if I can do that, what else am I capable of? It's amazing. Anyway, back to this time blocking. You've got your hat. Every time you change hats, you've got to think of like energy leaking out. You need that energy to run your business. It also, the distractions, every single time you get a distraction, it takes you 20 minutes to get that energy going again. So block that time out, even if it's 2 hours, minimum of 2 hours on a job. Make sure those really pivotal parts of your business are done first. In next week's episode, I'm going to talk about the three big rocks of business: cash flow, marketing, and service delivery or product delivery. So those three things are pivotal in you having a successful business. I'm going to talk about that. So try and do your three big rocks earlier in the week when you are time blocking, and it will allow you to have more energy to get through the rest of the week. Serve you and your business first. I think that even though these 4 tips, which I'll summarize in a minute, these 4 tips are pivotal to making you feel like a confident badass, right, in your business. They're really significant to that. But really, it is just making sure you focus on your energy as the business owner first, and the actual rocks that build that business. Because if you're worrying about everything else, you're not going to have a business to worry about. That is the key for this. So in summary, if you are feeling overwhelmed or overloaded, these are my favorite 4 time saving and game changing habits that are going to support you to feel much less overwhelmed and overloaded, and actually feeling like an absolute badass. So here we go. Number 1, I want you to work on your warrior energy. Go and download, it's in the show notes, the masterclass for transforming from a warrior to a warrior, where I take you through step by step how to create your warrior energy toolkit. Number 2, I want you to stop multitasking. Close those tabs, close those loops, so that you can feel really accomplished at the end of each task moving forward. That's going to boost your self-trust as well as your self-belief. Number 3, I want you to apply my Kickstart formula. You can get that at clairehill.uk/kickstart. That is a game-changing habit. Every single time I use it, I do it every single day. It gives me so much clarity on where to start, what to do, so I stay focused throughout the day, and it makes me productive as fuck. And number 4, I want you to block your time out. Bring similar jobs into each of those time zones, blocked times, so that you can conserve as much energy as possible, as well as activating that flow state, so you get more done in less time. You don't have to feel overwhelmed and overloaded. Don't just sit and think, this is it. I'm going to accept that this is how I'm going to feel. You don't have to. The way that I teach about productivity is so game changing. I've had so many amazing testimonies from my students from the Productivity Academy. If you want to learn more about my productivity, there is also my productivity masterclass, which again, I will put in the show notes. You are getting it's not quite 3 hours, but all this training for free. It really gives you so much value in helping you to feel less overwhelmed and less overloaded, so you can power up your self-belief and start making loads of money around here, because that's the goal, babe. Let's make some dreams come true. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you for choosing me to put in your ear rolls today. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed and followed, please go and do that. It means the world to me. And in next week's episode, I'm going to talk about my 3 big rocks of business: cash flow, marketing, and what you are providing to ensure that your business grows with amazing foundations so it can weather the storm, weather the earthquake, and make you a truck ton of money. All right, my loves. I made it under 15 minutes. Ooh, 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 ooh. I was literally looking at the time going, can I do it? Can I do it? Yes. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Bill Vick.